Now, U.S. President Joe Biden has condemned the assassination attempt on his predecessor, Donald Trump, in a primetime address from the White House, telling Americans that U.S. politics must never be a killing field. In his Oval Office address, the third of his presidency, Mr. Biden urged Americans to take a step back and warned that political rhetoric in the country is getting very heated, warning that increasing political polarization means November's election would be a time of testing. He called on Americans to come together.
Remember, while we may disagree, we are not enemies. We're neighbors, we're friends, co-workers, citizens, and most importantly, we are fellow Americans. We must stand together. Yesterday's shooting at Donald Trump's rally in Pennsylvania calls on all of us to take a step back. Take stock of where we are, how we go forward from here. Thankfully, former Trump is not seriously injured. I spoke with him last night. I'm grateful. He's doing well, and Jill and I keep him and his family in our prayers. We also extend our deepest condolences to the family of the victims who was killed. Corey was a husband, a father, a volunteer firefighter, a hero, sheltering his family from those bullets. We should all hold his family and all those injured in our prayers.
Joining me from the United States for more on this is an analyst, Ike Ogbuebile, the CEO of NK's Consulting. Thank you so much for joining us on World Now. First, what are your thoughts about that assassination attempt on Donald Trump?
Well, first of all, good morning or good afternoon, Ambassador. I just want to first of all extend my condolences to the families that had lost their loved one, and those who are injured. It's quite shocking to see something like this actually happen in the United States of America in recent times. But it's amazing that the language, the political language in the States has really gotten to a point where people are now taking such violent action. It's been going on for quite a while. I never knew it would come to this, and it's a big shock for everyone. Most of us are coming to terms of how close the former president would have been assassinated if he had not moved his hand a little bit and the bullet just zoomed past the first time and the second one grazing his ear. We don't need this. America does not need this. This is a country that stands on democracy and believes that peace should reign. You can differ politically, but you don't have to see yourselves as enemies. We are all Americans, and it's sad to actually be in a situation where this kind of thing is occurring. I'm glad the president has taken the first step by actually addressing the nation and asking everyone to tone it down. Sincerely speaking, we need to tone it down. This is not a third world country. If anybody's frustrated, carry your frustration out at the ballot box and vote for the candidate of your choice.
Indeed, and that incident has actually received a widespread condemnation, from across the world, because we're talking about what you can call the biggest and strongest, democracy in the world, really. But then, how do you see this impact the campaign and eventual election in November?
Well, it all depends first of all, it depends on the two gentlemen who are running, President Biden and former President Trump, how they decide to speak to their base moving forward. It's a very crucial election in America. The divide is as sharp as you can think of. It's night and day. And so most people have pitched in a particular camp on where they want to believe or what they believe is best for them. I just hope that moving forward, that the language and the temperature will all be toned down. If it's not, we're going to see more violence like this, and so everyone has to change their language, cut down on the adverts that are very personal, and just make it about the policies and the differences in the political agenda.
All right. And Mr. Trump is set to accept his party's nomination at the Republican National Convention that kicks off today. And talking about language, he says the speech will be a whole different following Saturday's incident. What are your expectations?
Well, we look forward to that. I really hope that former President Trump will be able to actually follow what he just said, that his speech would be toned down. He will just focus on the policies that he has against Biden, because this is a good opportunity, Abosede, for President Trump to even bring the country together. You know, this is a great opportunity for him. If he can just step back and look at what just happened over the weekend and see how he can come into Wisconsin as he accepts his nomination, and then use that opportunity and that platform to address the country, that would be wonderful. We look forward to that. I hope for the best, and I pray that the former president, will be able to come around and deliver a speech that will bring some kind of unity to the country. We need that unity. It's on both sides. There's a lot of work that needs to be done on both sides to bring down the political temperature, the political tension and animosity that is brooding among the regular folks on the streets.
All right, then. Thank you so much for sharing your thoughts with us. Media analyst and CEO and case consultant Ike Ogbuebile. Thank you so much for your time on World Now.
Thanks for having me.